We're going to take a look at some charts that we can trade and some charts that we can't trade or shouldn't trade. Now, a lot of the downfall of a trader is trading a market that they probably shouldn't be trading. Now, not every market is going to be tradable all the time, and it's really important to be able to make that distinction between what I can trade and what I shouldn't be trading. Market is either really choppy, or it's sideways, it's flat, or it's just not giving us any kind of direction. Now, this is a 15-minute Euro Australian dollar. I love the Euro Australian dollar. This is one of my top two pairs. I trade the Euro Australian dollar and I trade the Euro Yen the most. But right now, there is no way I am going to be touching this market. But what's happening is lots of variety. We have every kind of candle under the sun. You've got big bodies and small bodies. You've got long wicks and you've got little tiny wicks, and they're all mixed into each other. You've got alternating bodies where they go from gray to white to gray to white to gray to white. So this is the 15-minute, and it's one of the time frames that I really do like to trade. If you take a look at the 5-minute, it gets even worse. This is not a market that you want to trade or be involved in. You want to make that distinction and then stay out of a market that looks like this. Otherwise, you're just gambling. It's like trading the NFP without knowing what direction it's going to go. You're taking a trade essentially hoping that it's going to work out for you. So I'm going to run through a few of these. We're going to take a look at some different currency pairs and just see, is this something that I can trade? Is it something that maybe I should stay away from? The next one will be the Euro USD. Now, we had some chop in here, so I would not be interested in trading this section. If I open my charts and I look at this market in here, I want the price to prove to me that it's not going to be like this. So what we get is a push down, a push back up. Now this market move up is nice and clean. This is essentially what we like to see. There's an order to it. There's a flow. There's a direction. There's not a lot of chop. The wicks on these candles are of a good size. They're not chopping around like we're seeing in here. And then we get a nice little pullback. And from here, this trade is perfectly reasonable to take because we are now in a market that has proven to move fairly well. So we can take a trade in this area, but leave this area alone. All right, so the next one, let's take a look at, would be the Euro Japanese Yen. This one looks fine to me. We don't have a whole lot of problem in here. There's a section in here that we may want to leave alone for a little while, but even this isn't too bad because we don't have the assortment like we had before with all of the huge wicks. We get a market that moves up, we get this pullback. So there's a lot of different opportunities to go for long trades in here. And this is the open of the New York session. So this is okay. We have a nice flow to this. The pound Australian dollar. This again is looking okay. A little bit of a chop in here, but nothing too crazy. Market moves up. This is a beautiful setup, actually. Market moves up. It's nice and clean. We get a nice solid pullback, and then we get a move back in that trending direction. It's a beautiful market to trade. Pound US dollar, similar kind of thing. We can just see the flow of these markets. The pound Japanese yen. Again, we're looking at the same nice flow in the market. These are the kinds of markets that you want to trade because they just look appealing. They follow the trend. They make the kind of movements that we would expect a trend following kind of market to do. We get the trend, it turns over right here. So we've got an official trend. We've got the averages all in order. Price moves up, pulls back into the averages, moves away, pulls back, moves away, and we do all of that without a moving average crossover, without a moving average crossover. So we have the trend in the right direction, and the pullbacks aren't so bad that it screws up these moving averages. We have everything in order, and everything is looking good. We get the pullbacks that we want, and we get those trend following continuations that we want. And let's take a look at the euro, or this is the Australian US dollar. Now, this is something that maybe I'd stay away from. We're not making progressively higher highs or progressively lower lows. We're stuck in kind of a range. Now, if I squish this up a little bit, this is looking even worse. We are absolutely in a range. We've got a top right in here, and we've got a bottom right in here, and we are just chopping around inside of this range. Now, if we take a look at it previously, let's scroll back. Here you can see how well this moves in this whole section here. We've got a trend. First part of the trend is here. Second part of the trend is here. From here on, though, we have a trend that the moving orders stay generally in order. We get a little bit of an aggressive pullback in here, but that's not a problem. But we have that market movement. We've got a trend to pullback, a trend to pullback, a trend to pullback. So this is how we'd like to see the market. And when we see a market that looks like that and it's doing the thing that it's supposed to be doing, we could be taking trades in that environment. If you're looking at a market that looks like this, you can see how radically different this is compared to that previous market. This is not something that I would want to trade. Now it's currencies. If you're trading something else, you may have a selection of cryptos, for example, to trade. I trade the currencies and I have a selection of currencies to choose from, so I don't have to stick to this one currency pair. I don't have to feel like I have to be in a trade in order to make money. If the market doesn't look good and I don't want to trade this, I don't have to trade this. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is moving not too bad. We are doing currently assessments on Bitcoin in the members area. We're watching it play out as per the predictions, but we have some nice market movements in Bitcoin. It was a little bit choppy in this section in here, but it did clean itself up. And now we've got the market moving down, but it's moving fairly well. It's moving well enough that we can trade. There is a little bit of chop in here, but it's still making the moves that are tradable. Now, I want to show you something else. There was a member that talked to me about gold, and he was getting stopped out on the 1 minute gold. And this gold on a 15-minute doesn't look too bad. It has a nice tradable flow to it. The candles aren't too huge. The wicks aren't too huge. But when I drop down to a 1 minute time frame, this is what he was seeing, and he was getting stopped out. And if we look at this on the 1 minute, I think this speaks for itself. You do not want to trade a market that looks like this. This looks like a caterpillar. This is insane. The wicks are incredibly large. There's almost no body on these candles. There is very up and down movement of this. And this is a 1 minute time frame. We should not be seeing this kind of market movement, this volatility in a 1 minute time frame. So if you're going to trade this on a time frame that looks better, or don't trade it at all. So if we trade or look at the 5 minute, this is much better, and it's the 5 minute. It's not that much higher than the 1 minute. If we look at the 15 minute, again, this is really nice. If we look at the 1 hour, we've got quite a nice flow to that 1 hour. If we look at the 4 hour time frame, things are looking pretty good on the 4 hour. But when we get to that 1 minute, this is not something that you'd want to attempt to trade. So if you are looking for a market to trade, you want to focus on markets that don't look like this. We want to trade something that looks more like this, where we've got that nice flow. It moves with the trend. It pulls back. It moves with the trend. It pulls back. It has this very beautiful, it's almost a calming flow to it. We see these pullbacks and the trend stays in order. So we have everything oriented and the market is doing exactly the thing that we want to see it do in order to make trading profitable. I hope this video helps. If you like this video and you found a little bit of value in it, please give it a like. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do that. I intend on putting out much more of this type of content. I want you to become a successful trader. And with that being said, if I don't see you in the Ultra Blue Forex members area and Discord, I will see you in the next video.